Good morning, everybody. This is a lesson on compound inequalities. So today we are going to talk about how to solve and graph compound inequalities. So first, if you recall from your compound inequalities gizmo, there are two kinds of compound inequalities. The first is the and kind, which means intersection. And there is a symbol for this. Besides the word and, you can also use this upside down U looking thing that stands for intersection, and it means that both inequalities are true. Okay, so when we solve these, you will see that the inequality has to be true for both the first one and the second one because we use the word and. Okay, so we have two examples for this. One, example A, I'll call it, might look something like this. 2x is greater than or equal to negative 6 and x minus 1 is less than 0. So we go through all the solving steps as normal. We just have to make sure that we remember when to flip the sign or not. So in this first one, we would divide by 2 on both sides. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we get 1x is greater than or equal to negative 3. And then we would solve the second one. This one we need to add 1 to both sides because negative 1 plus 1 is 0. So we get x over here is less than 1. Okay, so we have actually solved this algebraically. So let's graph it. We just need a number line, and we need to put our boundaries in. So negative 3 and 1. And then we need to check the sections for whether it is true in both cases or not. So we pick a number from over here, like negative 10. Is negative 10 greater than or equal to negative 3? And you would say no, because negative 10 is actually less. So since this is an and it's not true here, then we don't have to worry about it over here, but this part of the graph is not shaded. Then we would check the boundary. Is negative 3 greater than or equal to itself? And that's a yes. And is negative 3 less than 1? That's a yes. So negative 3 is in our solution set. Let's pick a number from the middle section, like 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to negative 3? That's a yes. And is 0 less than 1? That's a yes. So this part is shaded because all of these are in our solution. Next boundary is 1 greater than or equal to negative 3. That's a yes. And is 1 less than itself? And that's a no. So this would have an open circle here. And then, of course, anything over here is greater than 1, so it would make this part false. Okay, so our solution is algebraically is this, graphically is this, because this is an infinite amount of solutions. We could also write this as like a left to right or a low to high kind of inequality. So negative 3 is less than or equal to all of these solutions, which we're going to call x. And all of these solutions are less than 1. So this is another way to write it. In example B for this, we actually have one that is already in this form. So 8 is less than 8 minus a third x, which is less than 9. Okay, this one we actually have 2 at the same time. If you cover up this part of the inequality, we have 8 is less than 8 minus a third x. And if you cover up this side, we have 8 minus a third x is less than 9. So this equation or inequality here is actually an and. Now, if it's in this form, we can solve it like it is. We just have 3 sides now to worry about. So we're still going to look at the variable expression, and we are going to undo stuff from there. So this one I'm going to subtract 8, but now I have to subtract it from all the sides of the inequality. So 8 subtract 8 is 0, which is less than negative a third x, which is less than 1. And now I'm going to get rid of the negative 1/3. You can either divide by negative a third on all sides, or you can multiply by negative 3. And that's what I'm going to do. I'll multiply by negative 3. And I multiplied by negatives, so that's going to change my signs. So I have 0 is greater than 1x, which is greater than negative 3. And as you can see, this is actually backwards because 0 is higher than negative 3. So I'm going to switch everything around so it reads low to high like a number line. So this reads negative 3 is less than x, which is less than 0. That means the same thing as x is greater than negative 3 and x is less than 0. Okay, to graph, we have 2 boundaries, negative 3 and 0, and we check, just like before. Is negative 4 greater than negative 3? No. Is negative 3 greater than negative 3? No. So we need to open circle here. Let's do negative 1. Is negative 1 greater than negative 3? Yes. And is negative 1 less than 0? Yes. So this part is shaded. Is 0 greater than negative 3? Yes. And is 0 less than itself? No. So that's an open circle there. And of course, all of this to the right is greater than 0, so it will not be shaded. Okay, the next type is OR. Which stands for union. The symbol for that is a U like this. And what can happen here is one or both of the inequalities can be true. We'll just do one example of this. So let's do 3x minus 1 is less than negative 7, or 4x plus 9 is greater than or equal to 13. We're going to solve them all as normal. So add 1 on this one to both sides. 3x is less than negative 6. Divide by 3 on both sides. X is less than negative 2. And then to this one, subtract 9 from both sides. 4x is greater than or equal to 4. Divide by 4 on both sides. X is greater than or equal to 1. And of course, this is an OR. ORs always have to be written separately because they are separate. It's not like an and one up here where they are one and the other. So these have to be written separately. Okay, we have 2 boundaries, negative 2 and 1. And again, when we're checking sections here, it only has to be true in one of them in order to be graphed. It could be true in both, but it only has to be true in one. So let's pick a number from over here, like negative 5. It's negative 5 less than negative 2. That's a yes. So this section here is shaded. And we fill in the arrow because that means everything to the left will be shaded. Is negative 2 less than itself? No. Or is negative 2 greater than or equal to 1? No. But this is a boundary, so it needs a circle. Open circle. Let's try 0 in this section. Is 0 less than negative 2? No. Or is 0 greater than or equal to 1? No. So this section is blank. Then we go to 1. Is 1 less than negative 2? No. Is 1 greater than or equal to itself? Yes. This is a boundary, so we need a circle here. And this time it'll be filled in. And then, of course, everything over here is greater than 1. So it will be true in this one. So we shade this direction. And that is how you solve and graph compound inequalities.